Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for yesterday's 1-0 win away at Barnsley on the road. As you can see, I still am on the road in Barnsley, but it was well worth the long-arse, soaking wet trip up to Yorkshire. Murray Wallace with the last-minute winner, and all of a sudden, things are looking up. Let's start out with a starting 11 that Gary Rowett picked to get the job done. Two changes were made from the team that beat Bristol City 1-0 at the Den in midweek. Scott Malone limped off that game injured, so he missed the game. I've not heard any more on that injury, so if you have, don't be shy to let me know in the comments below, which meant Murray Wallace had to go to left wing back and Jake Cooper come back into the centre of defence. As I suspected, and I said in my pre-match, Matt Smith dropped out to let Jed come back in, which pushed Benik Afobe central. And listen, again, it's a good side. It's a good side, and I think yesterday our bench proved that we have got a little bit of strength in depth. Maybe not loads, but Billy Mitchell coming on, doing well. Tom Bradshaw come on. I thought was outstanding, Bradshaw. I thought he'd give us a little kick up the arse when he come on, and I thought he did very well. And of course, Matt Smith to come on with that aerial threat. Let's get into the game. Barnsley, of course, no wins in 8. That's now no wins in 9. So, you know, the pressure is well and truly on their manager. They started quite quickly, and I did say yesterday we was by far the better side. We was, I stand by that, especially in the second half, by far the better side without really creating too much in any half, really, if I'm honest. But Barnsley did have a few shots in the first half, so maybe, you know, I didn't mention it yesterday. It's a quick one at the full-time reaction, especially when you're wet through to your pants. So, Barnsley, early chance, shot from distance. Bart does well to tip it around the post. That could have been creeping in at the far corner. Of course, the miscue from Sean Hutchinson. Sold Bart short. Devante Cole's in. Good save again from Bart in that instance. And there was one that wasn't on the highlights, which was low down to his post. You know, slippery conditions, like a cross shot, miss it, in at the near post, and Bart gets down and makes a good save on that one. So, 3 good chances for them in the first half. For us, the only one was where Ojo cut in very early as well. Shot their keeper, fumbles it after the deflection. I actually said George Saville was arriving in my full-time reaction to get the shot off on the rebound. It's actually Murray Wallace, and he should have scored. A weird but good recovery from their keeper, sort of sticks his heel out and diverts it wide. Other than that, a long-range shot from George Evans that went just wide. Nothing else happened in the first half. I will apologise, by the way, if you've got a bit of a weird lighting that's going to keep coming in. That's the window's just there. I need it. All the light I can get in the Holiday Inn in Wakefield. So that was the first half. Look, and I felt we played well in stages yesterday. It's a random one because I always get a couple of phone calls straight after the game. My best mate who didn't watch it, he listened to it on the iFollow audio. But my old man watched it. He's never been on the channel, obviously, but he watches it. And I said to him, what did you think? And he had a little bit of a different perspective to me. I felt a lot of people that were actually there yesterday, like Kenny said in his full time, it wasn't great, was it? But maybe this is it. You know, there was a team back in the 90s, a little-known team under George Graham called Arsenal, and they won every game pretty much 1-0, and they called them boring Arsenal, but it fucking bred wins and collected trophies along the way, domestically and in Europe. Look, I'm not saying we're fucking going to be Arsenal, but what I'm saying is, careful what you wish for, maybe, because sometimes, you know, we want this, we want the excitement, but I mean, all the excitement you need was rolled into one there in the 89th minute. Murray Wallace in front of the away fans, and our fans were brilliant yesterday. Really, really sung our hearts out. Good numbers up there, despite the distance, despite the weather, despite the so-called petrol shortage. I've managed to get about a week. So yeah, you know, it's what you want, isn't it? And Rowett has said, judge me now. Have we been premature in slagging him off and saying we don't want him in the job? Because I see on social media before the game yesterday, someone said, if he loses this game today at Barnsley, he absolutely has to go. Now, of course, never in a million years was that going to happen, because we're 7 unbeaten going into the game. Gary Rowett didn't get sacked when we was 14 games without a win last season in lockdown. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Gary Rowett's ever going to get sacked. It's not pretty under him. I don't really enjoy it. You know, I had to change the complete dynamic of my full-time reaction yesterday, because I was going to say, you know, was this really worth it coming 4 hours up the road in the pissing rain? No, it wasn't. There's your answer. And, you know, multiple pounds getting here and back. But that all changed, of course, in that last minute. And you get the result, and now you're 2 games back-to-back wins, unbeaten in 7 now, I think it is, and looking up instead of looking down. And it's just, I don't know. It's a really, really difficult situation. I don't think Rowett's the man for the job, but I said this before, despite that, I don't think that we're going to get relegated under him. And it's a very strange situation because I don't personally want to keep changing managers. That's definitely, I think we all know that's not the way forward in football. I want a Neil Harris in charge. I want a Kenny Jackett in charge. I want longevity from a manager so he can build. There's nothing worse than keep chopping and changing. Teams get themselves in all sorts of bother doing that. So realistically, I want Rowe in charge. However, we was the better side yesterday. Possession-wise, I felt in the second half, I thought we pressed them really well from the start. We did have a little bit of a rocket up their ass, but I still don't think. Did I really enjoy my day? Not until the 89th minute. I didn't. No, not until the 89th minute. So, you know, it's very difficult. Is it catch-22? Is it swings and roundabouts? I don't know. I was going to use both them terms and realise that probably neither of those were the correct term. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, second half, we was better and we moved the ball quite well yesterday. And we do have to be patient. I do feel that I'm impatient, and I do feel that you're impatient as well. Some of us that were there yesterday, and in general as Millwall fans. I think that's just football fans across the board, though. But as I said, second half, I felt we started well. I thought we pressed. I thought that they sensed that we was going to get on top, and at times their keeper was wasting a bit of time. I don't think they really fancied it. And in the second half, they didn't trouble Bart at all, other than the header into the side netting. However, shots on target. I've looked at the highlights again this morning. The Matt Smith header when he come on as a sub into the palms of the goalkeeper. Not a problem for the goalkeeper. Bradshaw, they didn't show that on the highlights actually. I said done really well when he come on. I thought he'd give the team a lift when he did. And it's good to see the togetherness because Bradshaw comes on, goes up to Afobe. They have a little high five, a little embrace. When really, you know, Bradshaw's after Afobe's shirt and vice versa. So it's definitely togetherness in the camp. And Bradshaw with a left foot shot saved by the goalkeeper against his former club, forced the corner. I'm not sure it's from that corner or a following corner that the ball goes out to the edge of the box. It comes out to Billy Mitchell, everyone says shoot, and it's like spinning, back spin sideways. And he could have, as a young player, lost his head there and just hit one. On that turf, with the way that ball was spinning, that was getting up in Rowe's head. He showed composure, he controls the ball, he gets it wide again, and then from that cross that doesn't come in, that he put out wide, we get the corner that results in the goal, and it's absolute scenage in the away end. We win the game by 1-0. And all is good, everyone's buzzing. But, you know, I'm not going to put a down on it. You cannot put a down on it. We're 7 games unbeaten. We're very difficult to beat. We don't concede many goals again now. We seem to have got that trait back under our belt. And we nick games 1-0. Was I really overexcited and happy to be there until the 89th minute? No. No, I wasn't. People around me like doing their nut as well. So if he was there yesterday, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But you can't argue with it. And he is the master at getting the job done 1-0 away from home especially. So things are looking up. Once again, a little bit of bad luck going there into the international break. We probably could have done with carry on that momentum, but that isn't going to happen. And we have a couple of weeks off now. So yes, that's it. That's it for your post-match analysis. I'm still up in Wakefield. I'm treating Mini-Me. We are across to Anfield this afternoon. I've never been to Anfield. Always wanted to go. When I bought the tickets for Barnsley, I saw, looked along across the border on other matches. Liverpool playing Man City at Anfield. I thought, we'll have that. Why not? So we're heading across there. I want to tick Anfield off the bucket list. I don't think I'm going to get the chance to do that anytime in the near future with Millwall, as much as it pains me to say it. So we'll be going across to Anfield today for the champions against the ex-champions, possibly the biggest game in England at the minute. But let's be honest, nothing's going to beat a Murray Wallace 89th minute winner in front of the away fans. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Enjoy the international break. Come on, you Lions.